Five around five is the easiest, most affordable hack to your success, period. And we've been talking about it this week. You're going to notice that I'm actually ready for bedtime. Sleep in a t shirt. I've gotten all ready for bedtime because how we end the day is partially how we begin the next day. And how you begin your day is almost exclusively the easiest thing you can do to change the entire trajectory of your mental health, your physical health, your friendships, everything that's important to you lies in that particular habit and the power of adjusting that habit to the way it works for you. Now, when I say morning, that's whatever morning is for you. I'm not talking about everybody should be getting up at 4 a.m. If you get up at 10 a.m., these habits that we've talked about this week will really serve you. And I want to double down on why this is the first place you should start. And the first thing is it sets the tone. I can tell you personally, if I wake up and kind of hang out in bed for a while, take my coffee really slowly, maybe do a Sudoku puzzle, maybe read a chapter in a book, I'm feeling like I'm on vacation. I love that. There's nothing wrong with that. But almost exclusively, I'm not going to kick it into gear the way I truly can when I need to at 1 p.m. that day or 3 hours from then, right? I set the tone right when I wake up. Now, if I wake up and some of the tips that we had before, right? I get dressed for the day. I get ready for the day. I make sure I've done my gratitude journal for the day before. All the skills that we talked about that are almost exclusively free, the rest of my day feels like it's downhill. It feels so productive. Have you ever had those days where it feels like everything flows? Like you are on a winning streak. It's amazing. Everything you touch works, nothing breaks. Everything's so easy. And then if you had those days where everything feels blocked, your entire energy feels blocked. It seems impossible to get your tasks done. And every time you touch one thing, four more things pop up. That can be shifted by just changing your morning routine. I'm telling you, it's crazy and powerful. The second thing is it gives you increased productivity and focus. If you begin your day with a lack of focus, it's easier to carry that energy on throughout the day. If you're mission minded right now, if you are determined to change the trajectory of your family's life, of your health, of your partner's health, of your finances, of your friendships, of your faith, then it's going to take effort. And getting up and being productive and being focused is going to put you way ahead of most people. It can really be a game changer for you. So it truly enhances productivity and focus when your morning routine is right. And what do we know about success? That's half the battle. Really, us showing up to the battle is half the battle. How many of you have taken courses that you've never completed, have signed up for challenges that you've never done, have paid someone to coach you and didn't implement what they taught you? All of us. That's the answer to that. All of us. But if we were more focused and more productive, we could start rolling through some of those things. This is going to be life changing. The next thing is mind and body wellness. When you are on more of a consistent schedule, when you wake up and you take those supplements, like I do my 2 that I take every single morning, when you wake up and you move or stretch your body, even just for 5 to 10 minutes, your mental and your physical wellness will exponentially grow. When you wake up and lay around in bed and eat junk food for breakfast and don't move the entire day and you're feeding yourself stress and caffeine and sugar, that's going to show too. And where does it show mostly? Those of you who have been a part of my challenges, I'm now doing a 14-day reset. It's inflammation. All of that lands us in inflammation. You may want to check out my blog and video I did of why my friend thought I had lost so much weight since I've gotten married. She looked at a photo and said, wow, you've lost so much weight since then. I've gained 12 pounds. I just look much thinner because I'm not swollen everywhere anymore. I got rid of that inflammation because of the habits I started first thing in the morning, and it set my mind and body up for well-being. Next is establishing habits. Just by having a habit, that will show you can trust yourself. You can set a goal and stick to it. You can successfully complete tasks easily. And the more you do them consistently, the easier it's going to become. I also recommend habit stacking here. We've talked about this a few times. And for me, habit stacking involves things like when I'm brushing my teeth, I take my nightly supplements, or right before. Those two things happen together because I was forgetting the supplements. I never forgot to brush my teeth. I hate the idea of going to bed with my mouth feeling all yucky from the day. So I put the thing that I was struggling with in connection with a habit, or I stacked it with a habit that was relentlessly consistent for me. We really are looking for relentless consistency when we're trying to move the needle in a significant way. And establishing a habit, like I'm going to work on my content creation calendar for 1 hour. I'm going to make sure I have an hour every single day where I reach out to my friends and just check and see how they're doing authentically and make sure they're doing good, offer to help if they're not. I'm going to have an hour of my day I devote to meditation, prayer, journaling, gratitude. See how that adds up? And it will transform your business. It'll transform your happiness. It'll transform your health. And last but not least is self-care and personal growth happens in those windows, right? If I remember lately, I've been talking to people and they'll say, women in particular, gosh, my skin's so dry. I really got to learn to take time to put on lotion. I don't like to take time to put on lotion because it takes too much time. I need to tell you right now, you have enough time to put on lotion, and you need to make enough time to put on lotion, especially if it's causing you discomfort because your skin is itchy and maybe struggling, right? So no matter what lotion you use, I recommend Young Living's Lavender. I love it so much. You've got to make time for self-care. And when you start the day out with that choice, boom, changes everything because you've already filled your cup. You've already moved your body. You've already taken your supplements, right? You've already taken care of your mind and your body. Self-care right out of the gate changes your attitude for the whole day. I don't know about you, but I know in the busiest cycles of my life, I often felt like, when is it going to be my turn? When do I get a chance to take care of me? When do I get to pick what's for dinner? When do I get to just be selfish a little bit? Now, those were all choices I made. I put that on myself. But when you start out your day with self-care and personal growth, you don't have to wonder when that's going to happen because it does every single day. It's already done. Check it off your list. And you can move from an area where you're feeling resentment, where you're feeling exhaustion, where you're feeling empty, and that impacts your strategy, your decisions, your communication, your happiness, your food choices, your movement choices all day long. Or you can invest this tiny bubble of time in the morning and do exactly the same, but in such a positive, powerful way. I wish I had known this hack when my kids were little, because let me tell you, I know what it's like to feel like you're in survival mode. I'm sure a lot of you are right now, or maybe work is just crazy, or life just feels crazy. Maybe you're helping someone who's struggling with their health. And it feels like, well, how in the world can I take an hour every single morning for myself? That's not possible. Then take 5 minutes. Break it down to the tiniest amount of time possible. Put your supplements in your car. So when you get in the car to go to do what you're doing that's keeping you too busy to take your supplements, you take them while you drive. Listen to a book on tape while you're in your commute. That's super heavy positive about what's important to you, or just freaking fun, right? You've already got 2 of the things off the list checked off in your car. It doesn't have to be complicated. Don't make it a marathon. None of us are ready to run a marathon if we haven't even run a mile, but we can all spend 5 minutes. Every single person hearing the sound of my voice has 5 minutes. And if you think you don't, we really need to talk, because I can free up so much of your time. Efficiency and effectiveness and habits like this can explode your life in the best way possible. So I'm hoping this week you're going to try a few of those. I'm hoping I've made the case for why it's so important to have that morning routine be magic for you. And it can be anything you want. I gave you 10 suggestions this week, but maybe there are things that you wish, like, man, if I only had time to do this in the morning. Do my hair, really do my hair. Maybe that's it for you. Then let's talk about how to make time for you to do that, because you deserve it. I am so excited about the power of this. I know it can help you so much, and I'm looking forward to hearing how it works for you. And I'll look forward to seeing you back here Monday